this is Cynthia Mountain Accents, and today I'm bringing you my Make 9 2024 grid. This is what I consider an inspiration grid. And before I get started telling you about what's on my Make 9, I'll mention what I'm wearing. I am wearing the Sonia Estep Katherine Dress. And you can set up, it's got a waist here and just got a cute flutter sleeve. It's made in a viscose jersey. Super comfortable. And yeah. So today for my Make 9 challenge, I wanted to choose patterns that I already own. I also, for some of these patterns I do have fabric, but I'm not going to show the fabric. The first thing I had difficulty choosing was just narrowing down my list, because I wanted to include Atelier Jupe patterns on my grid, more than one. And I have tried their pattern this past year, or a few of their patterns, and I just really love the pattern, or their patterns, and they fit me well. I think their block fits me well. And it was difficult narrowing it down to which ones to choose. But the Atelier Jupe patterns are a Belgian designer. And so it comes in 3 languages. And English is one of those languages. So instructions are excellent, and I have no trouble following them. So I'm going to put my grid up here so that you can see what I'm talking about. And I'll try to insert photos of each individual pattern up close also. But the first pattern, and my first row from left to right, I'm going to talk about blouses that I like to make. And these are patterns that inspire me, and I do own them. So I have the Atelier Jupe Hannah blouse. Now this is not one of the patterns that you can purchase from them on their website. It came with a Simply Sewing magazine, which I get a free digital subscription to the magazine through my Amazon Prime, but I can't download any patterns that way, because since I don't have a subscription that I've actually paid for. So I went online and I ordered that specific magazine, that particular issue, so that I could get this pattern, because that's how much I wanted it. And I really love the version with, I'm not sure what kind of sleeve you call it, but it reminds me more of a bell sleeve, where it comes down like to a cuff and then it flares out. And the next pattern on my grid is the Maison Fauve Le Top Palma. And it is a French pattern company. And this is the only pattern of theirs that I've purchased. I do have one of their other free patterns I've not tried yet. And I have made the Palma top once before, and I found that it was a little bit oversized, especially the width for the neckline. And so when I make the version this year, I want to remove probably at least a centimeter from at the fold line for the front and the back, and bring that neckline in a little bit, and then I think it will fit me more the way I like for it to fit. I had thought about just sizing down a size, because I think I made the second size up, which there's that particular pattern goes like 1, 2, 3, 4, and I think I made like 1 or 2. It might have been 0, 1, but anyway, I made the second size, and I do need to make that adjustment. The third pattern on here is one that I actually wanted to make before Christmas, and I do have fabric for it. I just didn't get it made. But it's the Sew House 7 Regalia blouse. And, you know, it comes in a shorter length, cropped length, and there's a longer length that has like the tie belt. And I'm not sure, I think I might like to try both versions. And they also, you can do long sleeved, short sleeved, and I'm not sure, depending on what time of the year I want to wear it. I wouldn't mind doing a short sleeve version and a long sleeve version. So if this fits me the way that I believe that it will, it's one of those patterns I think that I'd want to make time and again. And I have made other Sew House 7 patterns before and really like their, their pattern brand. So that is my row 1. Moving on to row 2, I dedicated this row to not blouses. I just talked about blouses. Row 2 is dedicated to dresses. And the first one is another Atelier Jupe pattern, and it's the Olivia dress, but you can also make it as a blouse, but I want to make the dress version. Now I have made the Atelier Jupe Olivia blouse, and I love it. And the dress, I'm wanting to try it. Now, I think that it will hit me close to around my knee, but I'd like it to hit at least around knee length, or slightly below the knee. So I may have to make an adjustment on the length. I'm a little concerned because I do carry more weight in my midriff, how it's going to look, how it's going to suit me, but it's one that I still want to try just to see if I like it. And it may be one of those that I'll only want to make the blouse in the future, but I definitely want to give the dress a try. And it's really cute and fun. And so next one up is Friday Pattern Company Wilder gown. Now I have made several Wilder blouses. I've made one Wilder dress, and because I didn't have enough fabric, I made it shorter, and this time around I would like to make the longer version. And and I'm not sure if the longer version would hit me midi length or closer between midi and maxi length, but ideally I'd like it to be at least midi length. Now the last dress on my grid is the Seasons of East Summer in New York dress, and this is a dress that I have seen quite a number of people make, and every time that I've seen it I just fall in love with the pattern over and over again. And I've noticed that the people who've tried it, they all are different heights, different body shapes, from slimmer to a little fuller, and it just flatters everyone. And so, not that that'll flatter me, but I'm hoping that it'll flatter me. And I think this one might be a little bit, even though in some ways it's fairly simple, but at the same time it will challenge me because it does have like some waist darts in the bodice and in the skirt piece, but also it has the invisible side zip, and I've never installed an invisible side zip, so that would be a new challenge for me. Okay, moving on to the next category. I don't know whether to call it pants or just other. So let's move right along to the last row. And pattern number 7 is the Closet Core Morgan jeans. And that is the Morgan Boyfriend jeans. It's a button fly pants. And I have actually made this pattern before, fairly early on in my sewing journey, because when I decided I wanted to try something, I didn't really look at didn't think of it, whether it was difficult or not. I just jumped in and did it and took it step by step, and I'm very happy with the result of those pants. And I've been wanting to make another pair. I think I made them 2 years ago. I've been wanting to make up another pair since then, and I actually have started those. The second item on row 3 is the Ready to Sew Patsy Dungarees, and that is also a French pattern company. And I have made this pattern once before, and I absolutely love them. And the first time I made them, it was in just a poly cotton fabric. They're super comfortable. I love wearing them with just over a t-shirt and with a little pair of sandals. And this time around, I want to make them in black linen. And I think that would be, just something that I would wear over and over again. And so I'm looking forward to getting those made. And the very last pattern on my grid is the Friday Pattern Company, the Saquaro set. Now this is another pattern that I think will challenge me a little bit in that it's one that I didn't think that I would want to make. And then again, I kept seeing people make them, and I thought the pants and the outfit flattered a lot of people, but I don't want to show my midriff. And I noticed that a lot of people would lengthen the bodice, and they also raised, I guess, the front a little bit for modesty. And so I'd also want to do that. Anyway, that when they lengthened it and made those modifications, it made it look more like a faux jumpsuit, and that appeals to me. And so that would be one that doesn't look like it's that difficult to sew, but it would challenge me a little bit and take me out of my comfort zone pretty much. But so I've noticed a couple of Friday Pattern Company patterns on here, and I've got 2 Atelier Jupe, and then I've got a little mixture of other indie pattern companies. What do you have on your grid? My notebook just fell on the floor. But what do you share in the comments if you're doing a Make 9, and if so, are any of these patterns ones that you consider making or that you have on your grid? Yeah, please comment below. And I want to thank all my new subscribers. And if you like what you see here today, then please click like, subscribe, and I hope you're having a wonderful day. Bye.